This video is brought to you by Diamond Pacific Tool Corporation. Diamond Pacific is America's favorite diamond tool, wheel, and lapidary machine manufacturers. For nearly half a century, Diamond Pacific has set the industry standard for diamond lapidary equipment. Join the majority of professional lapidaries and choose Diamond Pacific products such as their Nova wheels, Pixie, Genie, and Titan gem makers, as well as their wide selection of other high-quality lapidary diamond products. Check out Diamond Pacific today and find out why they're considered America's premier diamond lapidary tool manufacturers. What are you getting there, Sprite?
I am getting Brazilian Lemurians, and if you folks want me to buy for you, now's the time, because you're not getting these ones that I'm buying for me.
Laser Lemurians. You got laser beam now?
Yeah, I'm sure, right out of your eyes.
Pretty cool.
They're fun.
Some of them are recut. This side is right here.
That's a good piece.
It's recut.
Oh no.
Just that one side. It's not. That's not making that.
Oh yeah, you're right. Look at that. That is too. Oh damn it.
This one right here.
Because the first ones I looked, they weren't, and now I gotta look at each one. We got it.
I don't care, dude. I'm just kidding. I love you.
Hey, Anthony.
Yeah.
Do you have that black light with you?
In the car.
Cool appetites.
What the people you're in contract with this weekend?
No, we're not going at all. Yeah, that's neat.
It looks all pretty.
Yeah, it's snippy.
Let's get some 50 more crystals.
Looking for the right shade.
Yeah. Like those, the ones that Agate carved out.
These are really cool. Bicolor Amazonite. Smoky quartz inside of the Amazonite. I don't know much about these kind. They're really gemmy. I'm sure they're natural. I'm more familiar with this look. These are some nice chrysocolla and malachite cabs, just labeled malachite, 72 cents a carat. Pretty nice. Unfortunately, I am unable to use the original audio from this point on because of the music that started. They're playing AAA music, which would get this video taken down. But audio aside, Village Silversmith is pretty awesome to film. This little tiger's eye tray, 50 cents a carat. Everything here is sold by the carat and is definitely, I would say, closer to retail than wholesale. So Village Silversmith is worth taking a stroll through just to see the prices. Here's some schist and blend, 68 cents a carat. This stuff is awesome, but it's really heavy because it's super metal heavy. I would probably use Zam to actually polish this stuff because of how much metal is in there. Anyway, like I said, it's really cool to see the prices, and it's kind of a good way to figure out how to gauge your own prices. These folks do really well. I do think they have something to do with Armando and Son. These ones are 80 cents a carat. Not that Armando is still cutting for them, but maybe he used to cut for them. And it makes a lot of sense because some of these are really great quality. But they have hundreds of thousands of cabochons, all different kinds of materials. What does this say? Oh, I missed the name on that. I think it's some kind of... I'm not sure. It looks like some kind of opal. Opalina. 84 cents a carat. Interesting. Is it like blue common opal from like Peru or Brazil or something mixed in with some host rock? Really beautiful. But if you have to tell people that it's not chrysocolla, then it's kind of working against you. Here's some nice charite cabs. Charite? Is that how you say it? 64 cents a carat. Some of these are really gemmy. I don't mind the spots that have quartz. I imagine if you're going to be putting them in silver, then you probably want some kind of backing so you don't see the back of the silver if it's too translucent. Here's some dirtier ones. I like the dirty ones. Really cool shapes. This is what I'm talking about when I mean like designer shapes. You'll see that every shape is anything but like a kidney bean shape or a perfect oval. Actually, there's an oval right there in the middle, but no circles or like asymmetrical circles. $2.34 a carat for these sunstones. Is this Oregon sunstone? Is this Indian sunstone? I don't know. It's really beautiful. Every single piece of sunstone that I've ever had rough, I've actually given away. I've never cut a nice piece of Oregon or Indian sunstone. I found a huge chunk on the ground at the Motel 6 show this year and gave it away. Some hematite, 10 cents a carat, but let me tell you, that will add up easy because this stuff is so heavy. When it comes to hematite, what's the difference between the good stuff and the cheap stuff? I really don't know. I know that there's some Alaskan hematite, which is really collectible. And I imagine there's some cheap stuff that's probably reconstituted. Here's some lapis, 32 cents a carat. The last couple years, I've been hearing that lapis has been being dyed, which makes a lot of sense because of how much cheap stuff there is compared to how much stuff of higher quality. I can't tell what is dyed or what's not. Both of it kind of leaks blue when you cut it. I need to learn more about that. Here's some cool petersite, stunning pieces, $1.20 a carat. I think that's pretty fair. Looking really good. Lots of blues. The browns, which kind of set off the blue, I think is like considered an inferior variation in the material. But I like the browns going through the blue. Got some green dioptus back there, I'm not sure. Iolite sunstones, 56 cents a carat. Those are really cool. Those look like they're cut overseas. By the way, they're kind of tapered and flat on the back. Like these are cut to be put in rings. If you go to like Nattery Gem or Casper or anybody who's making cabs but then having them set in rings, these are the style cuts you'll see. Definitely shaped to be put inside of like rings, Middle Eastern style. So I'm sure those are cut overseas, and if Armando did do the cutting, I don't think he did these ones. Most likely cut on a flat lap, but these are really cool. I mean, for my jewelry, I couldn't use that girdle. I would probably have to make it flat again and then reestablish a girdle. But that's a lot easier than making a nice, beautiful dome that's colorful like these ones. Really cool, in my opinion. Never heard of Iolite Sunstone. Where it comes from, I have no idea. I'd like to get some of that rough. Just seeing how little it costs finish, I imagine the rough is super cheap. Here's some more of it in cab form, more the kind of stuff I would be able to use. Really, really cool. And those were 80 cents a carat. Over here we got some... Oh, I missed the name. But really cool. These are awesome. The backs, you can see scratches and stuff. So most likely, mass-produced, maybe even tumbled cabochons. Well, they're kind of frosted, so maybe not tumbled, but those scratches are from where they got the flat side by sawing the piece. And I do the same thing, especially with like turquoise or softer stuff. When I'm cutting rough, I use the side that I sawed as a flat side since it's already pretty flat. Here's Sprite showing me off some of the Lemurians he picked out. He actually went back in. I think he switched out some because he found a lot of he found a lot of pieces that were polished, and that's all right. But at $187 a kilo, polished is kind of unacceptable. But then again, like I said, Village Silversmith, for all the great stuff that they do have, they're not really well known for being the best price, but they do have some incredible quality. So I believe that was African gem chrysocolla or silicated chrysocolla. Here's some Amolites. These are $3.20 a carat, not bad. Amolite mosaics, that means these are composite pieces, but still really nice. Are they composite pieces? Is that what that means? Or is it just a variation of the Amolite that makes it the mosaic? Variation, I really don't know. Someone like Theo Kellison is definitely a better person to talk to about Amolite. This year at the Tucson show, a really cool couple from Canada, I think the gentleman's name was Otto, came and brought me and Lynn some Amolite. That was fantastic. And Lynn abducted them from me. She took them. But they're really nice. They gave her a really super awesome necklace. Here's some opalized ammonites. Is this like on its way to being an amolite? Is this just a completely different creature? I don't know. These are really cool. I missed the price. It looked like it was $1 something. You can see some of these because they're coated to protect them or to make them shiny, and it looks like some of the coating is coming off or is like turning milky. This Amolite is $2.48 a carat. This material is not very heavy, so $2.40 whatever cents goes pretty far a carat, in my opinion. Like if that was an agate, you'd pay probably 10 times the price. Look at that blue. Here's some more Amolites. Those are neat. Yeah, I hear that a lot of these are coated. Obviously, you can't like lap them because it's so thin. But do they ever use quartz? And they're also backed, I believe, sometimes. I don't know if this is a backing. I can't tell. I have seen some that are straight up backed. But real beautiful material. I mean, I would rather have a ring of Amolite over diamond any day. Nice colors on this one. I like the blues and the greens, kind of fades into each other. Totally awesome. It looks like these are, I can't tell the price. That one's not as nice. It's got a little brown spot there where the color kind of bled through. Had to put the camera down to put it away. So these fire agates, $30 each for contour carved fire agates. I would bet money that Armando did these. These are really nice. For the rough that Mr. Guzman sells, I would say these are probably $10 to $15 pieces. Making these contour cut fire agates extremely affordable. Like some of these would be so easy to sell for $150, $200, no problem. If, an American artist cut this, they'd be able to get $200, $300 for some of these. Really nice contour carving. Are they using diashine bits? Are they using like wooden bits with diamond paste? How they're doing it, I really don't know. I just know how that Sweet Jim did it, who taught me how to really contour carve fire agates, and I wouldn't be able to get this quality. I believe I'm filming with a GoPro here. All right, here we have some black jade with 24 karat gold, $1 a carat. I imagine that gold is put on there somehow. I really don't know how that's working, but it looks awesome. If it's really like a black nephrite, that's even cooler. They got to be doing something with that gold. Please let me know if any of you folks know what's going on. Is that metal stuff there natural, and somehow they're plating the gold onto the natural metal inside of this nephrite? Regardless, it's fantastic. It's not too overly expensive. Now, this material is a lot heavier than like the Amolites, opals, and turquoise, so you might be paying $60 for some of those, but really, really cool. I enjoy nephrites as much as I enjoy jadites, and these almost remind me of like what they call Apache gold, which is some kind of pyrite ore, which is an absolute mess. I imagine this is probably messy, not as messy. Whatever natural metal is in there that they're plating or doing something to make it coated in the 24 karat gold is probably not as messy as just cutting pyrite, which is stinky and messy and gets under your fingernails and it's hard to clean up. Those were cool pieces. As you can see, super spread here. They got lots and lots of different types of stuff. These garnets are awesome. How do you say though? These Hessonite garnets, 30 cents a carat. They're kind of like brown. Here's some nicer ones for $1.20 a carat, a lot smaller. So some of those pieces are probably $3 or $4, where some of the larger ones might be closer to 30 or 40. Garnets are pretty heavy. They're pretty dense, which is why they're pretty easy to harvest. If you can find a patch where you can find some garnets, it's really easy to sift for these. My teacher used to do it. There's some great videos of Dan Hurd doing it. These look beautiful. If you want something with the look of carnelian, but with a little bit more value, or a little bit more crystal medicine, if you're into that kind of stuff, or a different type of medicine rather, I think these are awesome, especially since a lot of cheaper carnelians to get this color are actually heat treated. They're not dyed, maybe they are dyed, but I know they're heat treated to bring out the darker oranges and reds, where these might be natural. So it's a good way to get that color without any kind of treatment in your stone if you're an au natural stone wearing type of person. Here's Lamar, $1.40 a carat. That's a little bit on the higher end. I pay about 80 cents a gram for finished pieces, but I will tell you the truth, these are better cuts. This tray here is 40 cents on the left. As you can see, huge difference in quality, but still beautiful. That stuff's not fun to cut. Star rubies, $3 a carat. These things are dense. You're going to be paying a lot more than $100 for some of those bigger ones, but they're beautiful. I have a few pieces of it rough I should probably cut. Here's some Johnson ruby, $8 a carat, excuse me. Those are beautiful. Even for being like a light pink, you're going to probably have to tell people that they are rubies because they're not going to realize it, but those are beautiful. Watermelon tourmaline slices, $5 a carat, also pretty dense. I do hear that it's like a nickel ore, like you can crush up tourmalines to get nickel. I heard that that was done by some folks in Eastern Europe during World War II, so maybe it's a dense stone. I'm not too familiar with tourmalines, honestly. I love them though. Here's some cool Palisade Meteorite, $1.84 a carat. Obviously, it's mostly metal, so it's going to be heavy, but I really enjoy these. A lot of people enjoy these, but to me, it's one of those meteorites, like if you have a few of them, you kind of can be done with your collection of this type of meteorite, because most of the pattern is kind of in the olivine or whatever's inside of there, where like the other meteorites are a little bit more collectible to me. Here's some Ethiopian opals, looking kind of middle quality. Here's some earwax pieces in there. $6 a carat. They're light. They're super light. So if you liked anything in this tray, I would say that it's definitely worth it because they're pretty light. Some of those pieces are probably $2 or $3, honestly, even at $6 a carat. Here's some ametrine. This, I think it was 66 cents a carat. These are great. The higher quality ametrine is actually coming from Bolivia and is known as Bolivianista. I believe it's the national stone of Bolivia. There's a kind of a tight operation going on there. Check out Patrick Violet's video on ametrine. It's fantastic. A lot of beautiful indigenous lore about the stone. And here is a wandering Ethiopian opal there. I should have put it inside the tray because someone's going to open up that tray and it's going to go flying. All right, here we have some NonGIA certified cuts. Hard to see what exactly they are through those frosted bags. Looked like some higher end stones, especially since they're asking you to ask to open the case. Here's some Peridot, $10 a carat. I like to call it Peridot. These ones are $6 a carat. Lighter in color, but still beautiful. That tray back there looked like it was full of sapphire. But gotta keep moving, especially if paying customers are actually walking around next to me. Here's some Parrot Wing chrysocolla. Really, really cool stuff. Is this the Mexican variation? Is this the old Arizona variation? I'm not sure, but look at that. Nice designer cuts. If Armando was cutting some of these, I would bet you he cut this entire tray. These are really, really cool. I have a big chunk of this variation that's from about the 50s, and it was labeled $20 in the 50s, so that's a great cut too. Kind of like a rounded bell there. Really nice cuts. These are the types of cuts that jewelers want to incorporate into their jewelry. Yeah, look at the back. That's nice. That's not done overseas, most likely. I bet you those were cut by Armando. Almost looks like some wacky looking turquoise variation, but believe it or not, this stuff can be even more expensive than turquoise, excuse me. Some turquoises, that's for sure. That's 56 cents a carat. Not that bad, but it is a copper ore, so it's pretty darn heavy.